let's talk about some conspiracy theory stuff. So, I believe that there are world elites that get together and maybe, perhaps, control us. Perhaps they get together and coordinate on kind of working together. In the end, I think their goal is to make money and keep themselves on top. They're the elites, and I'm talking most powerful people, old presidents, people in government, bankers, perhaps really, really, really famous people. And I'm talking about the top, wealthiest, most powerful people in America. And they, I don't know to the extent that they want to control us, but I know that they do. They do want to control us. Us being the so the people of America. I believe that the ways that they do it is through the media that we watch, that we are that we consume through shows and through videos, and what gets promoted on like YouTube and stuff is going to be whatever they want to push onto us. I think Big Pharma is a company that only wants to make money, not medicine to help us. I think that there are ways that they you make us not feel good, whether that's mentally or physically with the food that we eat. And you're like, oh, well, just choose to eat better food. However, it's not as simple as that, as you could imagine. It's not as simple as just eating the right food, right? When the bad additives are put into almost everything. And you have to kind of become this like super dedicated serious eater to fully get away from all of it. I think there's definitely a possibility in the idea of, I've heard of like soy products causing low testosterone and an overall feeling of over like lots of soy causing a feeling of demotivated, I guess is a good word for it. And I think that's put into a lot of foods that we eat, but it does not necessarily need to be in those foods. Why it's put in there? Well, to make people, us, demotivated, demoralized. Demoralized is the word I was looking for. And I believe that the foods that we eat can make us feel not good having to go to doctors and end up spending our money to Big Pharma. I think there's not a huge push for eating right. There's instead kind of a push for body positivity and fat acceptance. In the end, that'll lead to us what with diabetes we need to constantly be buying insulin from Big Pharma. That's kind of ridiculous. Insulin's expensive. I think essentially, the wealthiest people have set it up so that they can continuously make money off of people. They almost, in an idea, a metaphorical type of way, kind of farm us for profit. Maybe not exactly farm in the sense that they reproduce us and everything and all that, but in more of the sense that they herd us like sheep. So, that's for sure possible. I believe we need an insurrection. That's kind of a cringe term to say, but I believe we need the fall of government in order to rebuild a better one. I believe what the ideal thought of what America was supposed to be in its original world, like the original idea of America, the founding fathers had, and they came and wrote it out on Constitution and stuff, and had a plan for government, small federal government, but the power being within the states and the people. And that was cool. That was a good idea. However, I believe it was FDR that kind of messed it up and put a lot more power in the federal government, and that's where things kind of went downhill from there. So, yeah, that's my conspiracies.